All right, here we go. And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors. Welcome back to Gem and Crypto, episode 873. Today is Friday, January 14, 2021, and I'm King.
Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
And today is definitely a 10ish day. As you can see, we swap back over to Zoom, folks. That's the part of the thing about being technologies. You try new technology, you try to use it. If it works, cool. If it don't, you go back. So in this case, we went back to Zoom, but of course we had technical difficulties. So please pardon us for being a little late today, but let's go ahead and keep the show moving. Today's top stories: Tesla launches Dogecoin payments for merch, but there's a catch. Aside from Shark Tank, Mark Cuban says 80% of his new investments are in crypto. Near Protocol raises $150 million to promote Web3 adoption. Brazilian mayor to reportedly invest 1% of city reserves in Bitcoin. Billionaire investor Bill Miller puts 50% of net worth in Bitcoin, and university accepts Bitcoin donations to fund crypto-related activities. But first and foremost, Bitcoin, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So our prices for today is Bitcoin at $43,093, down 1.6%. Ethereum sitting at $3,278, down 2.3%. Binance Coin at 480 is even today. Solana at 147 is down almost 5% today. Cardano sitting at 127, down 1.6%. XRP at 77 cents is down 1.7%. Terra Luna at $80 is down almost 2.5%. And last but not least, Polkadot sitting at 27.37, up almost 2% today. So not much moving in the market, but hey, man, biggest gainers. Looks like Ninja Floki is taking off. Every single day it's up 3,200%. So whoever is pumping that thing, they're about to dump on somebody quick. So, yeah, when the market is moving sideways, the small coins that pump, they're pumping dumps, man. Trust me.
Right. You mean to tell me this isn't the future of cryptocurrency?
Absolutely not. It's not the future of ninjas. It's not the future of dogs. It's not the future of crypto. It's not the future of anything. Nobody got rich quick, and everybody else bought the time. That's all that is.
All right, some quick shout outs. What's going on? Guy Remedy, Wendy Nichols, Kadeem, DM Card, Chappie, Bitcoin Mano, Michael Kennedy, John Lewis, Jay Walter, Jay So 85, Sylvester, Playthrough Games, Lyle, Ashley, L. Debnam, everybody, welcome, and morning to the show. Of course, we'll be pasting a link. If you have some smoke, feel free to call in and stop tweeting us to death. Goodness gracious, some of you losers out there. Show your face once. Show us why we should respect your opinion. You and your $30 10X. All right. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into this top story. Tesla is in the news. That's right. Tesla launches Dogecoin payments for merch, but there's a catch. That's right. Tesla has started accepting Dogecoin payments for company merchandise, which of course we saw Mark Cuban also do with his Mavericks. However, the firm states that it will not issue refunds for purchases made in Doge. Look at that, people. They're already coming out telling you they're not going to give you refunds. And the reason why is because as soon as they accept that Doge, that shit is getting converted to Bitcoin or cash fiat USD immediately. Even Elon, I get what Elon did. Him and Mark Cuban are like, y'all want to keep listening to billionaires? There you go. They was like, let's pump this thing up. Let's make it as popular as possible. Then let's start trading in our $2 Chinese made shirts for a bunch of Dogecoin, which we can immediately swap back to Bitcoin. It is another way to acquire Bitcoin, and you all fell for the play. Dogecoin to the dollar, though, folks. Oh, man. Again, this is Tesla CEO Elon Musk announcing that Tesla now accepts Dogecoin as payment for the company's merchandise. Doge eligible products in the Tesla store can be purchased by sending Doge to Tesla's Dogecoin wallet. Although it now accepts Doge, the firm also clarified that it is not taking any other crypto. And again, this is the part where you know there's a play at hand right now. If you're taking Dogecoin, whatever mechanism you're using to accept it, you can literally, unless it's going to a straight Dogecoin wallet. Let me actually take that back. Unless it's going to a straight Dogecoin wallet, which most companies don't do, they go through services because there's more than one person hands on that wallet. But unless it's going to one wallet, there's no reason for them not to accept every other crypto literally under the sun if you can accept Dogecoin. So for them to just really accept Doge, like, oh man, if they didn't pump that up on purpose, I don't know what it is. The company stated it cannot receive other assets but Doge on its website. The business told customers that non-Dogecoin digital assets sent to Tesla will not be returned to the purchaser. You're not getting that back either. Oh, you're making a mistake. Again, additionally, items purchased with Doge cannot be returned, exchanged, or canceled. Tesla considers all sales made through Doge as final and cannot be exchanged for cash. Yeah. I mean, if you love Tesla that much and you have that much Dogecoin, I guess that's him like essentially trying to say, I'm sorry for the pump and dump. So here's a free shirt. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this Bitcoin, Zay?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think he realized nobody is buying anything Tesla with Bitcoin. They tried that. Nobody. I think they sold one Tesla somebody bought with Bitcoin. Nobody's spending Bitcoin right now. So he went to the Dogecoin crowd, maybe a little bit more active as far as wanting to spend it, wanting to increase the visibility, and he found a way to make some free money. So in my opinion, anybody that's buying Teslas with Doge, they have enough money to just give it away. They don't really care that much. I don't think people who are trying to get Doge to $1 are going to spend it on Tesla cars, Tesla tequila, Tesla anything. And I think Elon Musk, again, he's a good troller and he has fun. I would too if I was a billionaire. I'll be accepting Ninja Floki right now if I was a billionaire. Like, who cares? Like, my Tesla.
Listen, if I was a billionaire, I accept everything under CoinMarketCap that can be accepted. Because as soon as you accept it, it's going straight to Bitcoin. It's like literally not even a moment's notice. Like,
just give me that. Yeah, just give me that free Bitcoin, basically. That's all. That's all people are gonna do.
Right. Tony Nolly was going on and said, what's up? What's up? Long time since I caught y'all live. Hey, we here every day, homie. What's up? No, I'm messing with you. What's going on, Tony? Let's see. J.E. Walters, Satoshi Slim West, what's going on? Michael Kenny said, looks like he might be in Florida next week. After all, probably going to stay at the Bite Mason house. All right, there we go. Reggie Middleton, what's up, Reggie? Reggie in the chat said, I heard it was those very just saying. Oh, shots fired. You know, Reggie ain't playing no games. Let's see. Thank you for the tip, Crypto Kenzie. Of course, Crypto Culture said, leave my $30 10x alone. Hey, we still appreciate it, of course. Let's see what's going on. Goodness, welcome back. Welcome back, Sergeant Crypto, for sure. Welcome back, everyone. I was just looking at his Twitter. This guy said he used his Dogecoin to buy Tesla tequila. Like, this is a person, and their name is Komandi Dogecoin German. So this is probably one of the few people who did make a lot of money in Dogecoin, right? But I guarantee you, they're still buying tequila with it. They didn't take profit. They didn't sell. They became a multi-millionaire and 100,000 there all in the same week. I know the feeling, folks. It's okay. Hey, welcome to crypto. Yeah, talking about I'm buying some Tesla tequila. It sounds like you got way too much Dogecoin on your books right now, homie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just try to drop something off there because again, you know dudes who make a quick $10 million really quickly and never have money, they're willing to spend it. So hey, why not take advantage?
If you caught the Dogecoin pump like you were supposed to catch it, you should not be buying Tesla tequila. You should be on Tuesdays buying 42 like I do. Because you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about? Like I say, you probably just did it to experiment because again, you make a lot of money really quickly. You don't have any experience. You just throwing money around. You're like, whatever, who cares? That's why every strip club in Miami accepts crypto right now. Because they know. They come in there, these nerds come in with crypto, and they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Just take my money. So, of course, why not? If they don't have anything else to do with it, give it to us.
Yeah. When you said how the strippers in Miami are, I was about to stripper from How High. I can imagine those be the ones like, yeah, we take Bitcoin, sweetheart. Come here.
Oh, hey, I didn't even tell you. My brother's bachelor party this past weekend. I paid for the table with strip coin at a club. If you ever go to Booby Trap on the river, ask them to pay in crypto. They'll let you pay with strip coin and I think Ethereum as well. So you can pay.
How did you buy it first?
Oh, I went to the, I had to swap it on Edge Wallet, send it to my MetaMask, and then they took me to the back. I just paid them. They had their QR code, and they were like, oh, yeah, you're one of our only people ever pay with crypto. So, yes.
Did they give you a discount for paying with crypto?
Yes, they did. But it was really because of my brother's bachelor party. So,
right, yeah, with that, yeah. I mean, you are Bitcoin in Miami, so.
Yeah, so whatever it is.
so how much the table costs?
Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about that. All I know is if you go to Amber Rose page, that's when she was in the strip club. It's recent, like her recent post. We were in the table right behind it. Like her booty was right here when she was throwing it at the strippers, and they took everything in me not to do so. I was like, I'm married.
All right. Aside from Shark Tank, Mark Cuban says 80% of his new investments are in crypto. You talking about a flip flop and flipper, the flippity flop to the flip it. What's going on with Mark Cuban? I mean, he went from Bitcoin. He went from I'd rather have bananas than Bitcoin. And by the way, I just told you I just debated a guy who actually referenced Mark Cuban. He was like, oh, Mark Cuban knows. I was like, you did not just use Mark Cuban. But it looks like Mark Cuban does know. Like, and again, this is my only beef with Mr. Wonderful, Elon Musk, like every billionaire and Bank of America and all these big companies and banks. And why can't you MasterCard, bang them, a basket of junk, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? Like, why can't these people just come out and say, hey, everybody, all my community, we made a mistake. I got this one wrong. I was really wrong about this. In fact, I was so wrong. I went from not even believing it and buying bananas over it when the price was less than $10,000 to putting 80% of my billionaire or my new investments in my billionaire portfolio of it. Like, just come out and say I was wrong, guys. Like, you see how they try to gloss over that? To me, it's a big issue. And that's where self-regulation comes into play here. I'm being serious about this because this is how the narrative gets swapped. This is how in 10 years, JP Morgan created Bitcoin and no one's going to question it because these little things like this happen right now. Cool. I'm glad 80% is in the crypto. I'm glad to see Elon accepting or Tesla accepting Dogecoin, all this. But guys, gents, ladies, businesses, come out and say you were fucking wrong, MasterCard, like Bank of America. Wells, come out and say you were wrong, Mark Cuban. Don't come out just like, oh, okay, this is the new play I'm doing now. I get it, though. I mean, everybody wants to get mad at crypto influencers, but nobody's talking about these billionaire influencers, people who already have billions of dollars still playing in the sand with us. Like, damn, can we build our sand castle first? You got the whole sand city up here, homie. I'm trying to get one little, what was that movie? Get Him to the Greek with Diddy? I'm trying to get one little island things, the cuckoo dudes, whoever. I'm trying to give y'all one. I already got 20. I want y'all to have one. All right, Mark Cuban said he didn't focus on the price speculation around cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Dogecoin, comparing it to gamemanship akin to that of stocks. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to use the big words and be an intellectual investor. Like, no, you jumped in when that shit hit $30,000, $40,000, bro. Like, you super late. But what's going on with Mark Cuban? Okay, shout out to Mark Cuban. I know I'm gonna interview him one day. So yeah. I'm like, hey, you should have been flip-flopping, dog. I wouldn't have to say it, but that's your fault. Go ahead.
Hey, man, Mark Cuban, Grift of the Year, has entered the chat. He is definitely one of the people that went all the way from one way, shifted all the way to the other. And if nothing else, glass half full, we got him to realize that he was wrong, even if he won't admit it, right? And that's one thing we tell people is that people can argue with us all they want for the last 5 years. At some point, they always come over to the side because something goes off in their head and like, hold up, what am I doing? I'm watching the revolution happen. I'm not doing anything about it. And I think that's what Cuban realized. He did his research to the point, to enough. Even though he did get rug pulled twice already, he ain't doing enough research. I don't know who he listened to, but how you a billionaire, you get rug pulled. You should be the rug. You should be the one
pulling like, how the rug as a billionaire.
Come on, man. I thought this project, what was it, Harmony or something like that? I thought this project was going to be everything they said it was on the website. No. But at the same time, that might be a way for us to get in for consulting to help him out. But he says right here, 80% of his investments that are non-Shark Tank are in and around cryptocurrencies. He talked about DAOs. He said a DAO might work in providing colonoscopies and other necessary medical procedures.
Real quick, Zayden, and this is my point right here. Now all of a sudden he just went from bananas to now I'm investing in Dogecoin to, let me tell you about what DAOs can do and what they are. Like, no, that's my point. Hey, you aren't a player in the game yet. Yeah, you have money, you have notoriety. Your ass is at the end of the bench right now. You're not calling plays. You're not telling everybody what your thoughts are, how we should move with this. You have capital. That is your only resource. That's the only value you have in this space is that you came with capital. Mark Cuban, if you did not come with capital, people will literally tell you to shut the fuck up to your face. And I say that with respect because I'm a huge Mark Cuban fan, seriously. But it's also like, bro, you can't.
Let's be real here.
Well, how DAOs might work? Like, go ahead.
Well,
this is crazy.
You know what's funny is Mark Cuban is a noob. This is what noobs do. When people first come into the market, you tell them about Bitcoin. They're like, all right, cool. Bitcoin's cool. I heard of it. But what about this? And then I heard about that. And then this is bridge over here. And then this is DeFi. And this is that. We all do it. You had 75 cryptos in your portfolio and you thought every single one was right and was going to win. You learn how to trade. Now you jump into mining. Now I'm doing DAOs. Now I'm accepting payment. You do as pretty much everything you can when you're a noob. That's all we're seeing here. It doesn't matter how much money you have. When you come into this industry, if you're a noob, you usually jump around everywhere because you're a dog chasing cars. You don't know where you're going. Even if you catch the car, you wouldn't know what to do with it. So that's what Cuban is showing. He's talking about Dogecoin. He's talking about all of these different areas. And he's also talking to a crowd of people that aren't familiar with it. So remember, people, it's easy to have a big name already and then talk to people who are just a step below you. Because most of the people he was talking to are probably just a slight step below Mark Cuban as far as his knowledge base, but he's Mark Cuban and he was on a popular show. So that's why a lot of people get away with, I've been in crypto, they will tell you, I've been in crypto for a year, and then somehow they got a course. They just know just a little bit more than you in order for you to feel like you need to learn from them. Thing is, they don't have the name Mark Cuban. So he did say it's 1995 for cryptocurrencies. It's very early. I feel similar.
I'd say 97, 98. We almost.
Yeah, I would say we almost had the 2000 crash. So we almost there for this, but we haven't had a huge boom and bust yet, past 100K, 200K or anything yet. But I think that'll be the catalyst. But again, early internet days, I think he's trying to get in the same way he did like before. And then again, we'll see what happens from there. But he has all the leeway. It's just funny that they keep talking about it. He could just do it, but he doesn't speak about it eloquently enough for me to feel like he knows what he's talking about. But again, Mark Cuban, if you need help, reach out to us. We can help you because the other boys got your rug pulled. We could have made you another billion by this time. You over here doing interviews. Why? I mean, again, so get us some free tickets to the Mavericks game. We can beat you there.
And for all those who are like, damn, why aren't y'all bigger? It's like, this is why. Like the other channels won't say this negative thing. They'll work. Well, Mark Cuban's entered the space and he said 80% of his investment. They'll take the story. They'll take the narrative like that. Like, oh man, this is awesome news. And we'll have him on the show. Like that's usually a narrative. And again, I'm a huge Mark Cuban fan. I'm saying this as a fan of his work as a businessman. But you got to call a spade a spade. We definitely got to call it on this one. But shout out to him for putting 80% in. He has seen the light. So that's a good thing. And shout out for him for being public about it too. And I will give him a hand clap on that. Shout out to Mark Cuban, hand clap, because as I mentioned yesterday, the reason why Ray Dalio only said 1 to 2%, and the reason why most billionaires and people with a lot of money don't come out and say I'm into this stuff or give you the percentage of their portfolio is into it is because, and again, I give it to people like Mark Cuban. He said I got 80% in. Literally in 2 or 3 weeks, if people put 80% of their portfolio in, they're going to try to sue him. Oh, yeah. Mark Cuban said 80%.
Mark Cuban told me.
Yeah, need to be a crypto. We need to sue him. I done lost 80% of my money on this dip. It's like, here we go again. So
here we go.
I do understand the danger and the risk it takes to even come out and tell the public what you're doing with your portfolio. So shout out to him on that end. But also it's just like, man, we know you're excited, but man, like do it the right way, Mark. Do it the right way, dog. Let's see. Excuse me. Looking at the chat, Vision, what's going on, Vision? Let's see. William Warren, what's going on? Michael Kenny, Leroy Forbes, Geechee Diamond said Mark Cuban suffers from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Tony Nolly said they aren't wrong. They were lying. Exactly. I want to go there too, but yeah. Tony Nolly said they aren't wrong. They were lying. They lie when they say it's no good because they are buying. When they have enough, they say it's amazing. And that's what a few other commenters are saying. People are saying that they were just straight up lying to keep the price down and manipulate the price. And now that they have it, they're telling people to buy it. I would agree with that too.
Why you think we got all this sideways movement for months? Like I've never seen before. This is accumulation, people. The rich people are buying it all. They're telling you not to buy it. Environmental concerns. You shouldn't have it. See, the price went down. While they're all accumulating as much as they can, I think the price is going to boom like a 50K candle or some shit in like March or April. And it's going to catch everybody off guard to the point where they're going to be scrambling to try and figure it out. So, yeah, we've seen this before.
Yeah. Kendra D, same thing, because other people say, I don't understand that paragraph. Kendra said, how can a DAO provide medical procedures? So many questions, right? DJ, go ahead.
No, I was saying, it can fund it, but it can't actually do it.
DJ Sahara said, and he's speaking at the North American Bitcoin Conference this year. Listen,
I'm speaking there. Me and Mark got to meet up. I'm going to get a meeting with him somehow. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's crazy, folks, and no shade to this person that are listening. Shout out to them. It wasn't like we don't blame them or nothing, but it is what it is. Literally, people, it was somebody we told about Bitcoin within 3 months. They was on a panel speaking at a huge conference. What was that conference we went to? The Real CryptoCon or whatever?
Real CryptoCon, yeah.
Folks, when I tell you, literally 3 months after introducing and consulting someone in Bitcoin, let's just say they're a big name in the tech space, so they know people too. But literally, they was on stage 3 months after we consulted them about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Like, granted, these have been like ongoing consultations. One's like just a one-time deal, but it's still. They even were like they were smiling at the day we saw them. Like, yeah, you know, hey, you know how it is.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I was like, bro, I know. This is the worst look I've ever seen right here. But yeah, so again, if people like that can come on, you know, and here's the thing too. and I will say this isn't so much as far as the Bitcoin community as it is the cryptocurrency community, but the cryptocurrency community allows this type of shit. Now, granted, this is called the Bitcoin conference, but it's kind of been hijacked as far as the crypto community in general, VCs and all that. Like they allow that shit because it is about capital, it is about money and funds and all that. Whereas Bitcoin, people already know, once again, one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. You can put a lot of money into it, but no one person is going to specifically benefit as much as the entire network. Whereas you start talking altcoins and cryptocurrency, it's like, no. We need that capital. That if you pump capital into one project, it can make a life and death difference in it. So for sure, that is crazy. DJ Sahara said he never told the truth about the rug pull either. Oh, he got pulled on Titan? Oh man,
yeah, he got rug pulled. Yeah, on a couple of.
Hey, listen, I talked about that on the membership. I played with the Titan Iron Finance. Only difference is I played with it with the expectation of a rug pull. I explained it.
We know it's coming. Yeah.
It was like 900,000% APY. Some of the people I was talking to was literally going in and out every 30 minutes to an hour. Like we all knew it was going to be a pull. I just stay in there too long to be fucking greedy because I'm a DJ sometimes. And it's discretionary for me. I can lose it. So, but for him to be a billionaire and to really go into those projects for real, and not see it as a rug pull, like that's a totally different conversations right there. Rick Shawnee, good news, actually said, brothers, if you create membership options on YouTube, I for one will join. Thank you again. So we actually are creating them. I'm glad we waited, but we're gonna keep it super basic for the most part to start with. We'll add more tiers and features. But the one thing I do like about the membership is that it shows how long people have been members on your channel. It's like every year or whatever, you get a different badge and all that stuff. So I'm really on board with that. For some of our warrior OGs on here, I definitely want to be able to readily identify you all. So membership will be here in the next week or two. And those who are already in the masterclass, we'll figure out how to enroll you for free, of course, complimentary. For everyone else, again, we'll start off with just one tier. It's probably gonna be like $2 or $3, same as Talk Shop Live. And then we'll build it up from there. We're going to end up doing 3 tiers for sure, but we're just going to start with one. But we got everything laid out. We're just waiting on some artwork and some other stuff to get it looking nice and everything perfect for you all. We'll launch it here hopefully in a week or so. Crypto City, you know how the game works. Admit fault, people watching focus on the now. Articles show most investors for crypto started in 2021. Good point. Fam Jack said people can grow, even Mark Cuban, but people don't like being wrong, so they just don't say anything. And that's my thing. The growth is amazing. Like I would love for him to be like, man, I remember I called that shit a basket of bananas. Like I saw, and here's why that's important. Somebody in the chat already said I did not enter the crypto market in 2017 because of Mark Cuban. Like that's a real thing. That's him giving real, whether the whole thing is a financial advice or whatever. But that's him really comparing an asset to bananas and people choosing their investment decisions over it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat called him Banana Boy. I scrolled past too fast, but I saw it. Somebody called him Banana Boy. That's hilarious.
Sergeant Crypto, thanks for the tip. They bash Bitcoin and crypto to keep noobs away and stack more for themselves. It's highly immoral, not illegal. All right, there it is. All right, let's go ahead and get into
it. You know what I just thought of? Just start off real quick at the conference. Remember when remember the Titans when Denzel, the dude, called him a monkey, and at the end when he beat him, he threw him a banana. That's what I'm gonna do at the North American Bitcoin conference. I'm just gonna walk with the mark and throw him a banana. Here you go.
Hey, that's my recording, you, bro. You gotta actually do it. If you that's gonna bring a tear to my face, bro. That would be hilarious. I just walk by and just toss him the banana.
Just toss him the banana. If you tired of CEOs, all in the videos, all on the record, talk about Bitcoin as bananas. Come join the Gentlemen of Crypto. We'll go get you right. If you try to get rug pulled.
Hey, shout out to Ken Bozak. Ken Bozak is one of the only influencers I didn't really see pull up. I mean, to be fair, he saw some people before we saw some people. So that's half the reason. But shout out to Ken Bozak. I remember in 2018, 2019, or 2017, one of the years, he pulled up on what I believe he thought, and I think some of the community thought was a scammer. I don't know the project or the thing itself. But I remember there was some tweets back and forth, or some youth Facebook comments back and forth. Then it was like, I see, I'm gonna see your little shrimp ass at a conference, and they was going back and forth. Next thing you know, live and direct, this guy's a scammer. This guy's a scammer.
My boy Ken, I remember that vividly. That was hilarious.
People, do you understand to be in the middle of a huge fintech conference, financial and technology conference, for somebody to just start goddamn blasting you, saying you're a scammer loud as I don't know what? It was crazy. That was definitely a time that we need to get an NFT of that going, actually.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other dude, it's his fault for allowing it to happen. should have knocked Ken out. if you're not
really
a scammer,
stay home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you should have stayed at home, man.
All right. Actually, take that back. I'm glad he came out. Let these scammers show themselves. Near Protocol raises $150 million to promote Web3 adoption. That's right. Ethereum competitor Near Protocol raised funds for Web3 adoption with Three Arrows Capital and Andreessen Horowitz supporting the POS blockchain. Bitcoin, I feel like the Near Protocol rings the bell. Where have I heard this before?
Oh yeah, you would have heard about the Near Protocol if you took the masterclass.
Oh, you already talked about this in the masterclass.
Already discussed this in the masterclass.
Oh,
I told you it was coming. It was a competitor to Ethereum. I told you everything that competes with Ethereum is going to have their day in the sun. And as we see here, this is Near Protocol popping up. And of course, this $150 million raise means that the fund is going to develop regional hubs, raise awareness of blockchain and decentralized tech. And of course, the funding will be used to help billions of people learn and use blockchain. So the funding round, it was led by Three Arrows Capital. Of course, with additional participation, Dragonfly, Andreessen Horowitz is in everything. Andreessen Horowitz is in everything. Yeah. So yeah, and of course, back in 2021, they allotted $800 million for new different initiatives. And I told people, if there's anything competing with Ethereum, it's going to have its day in the sun, even if it's brief. Everybody is looking for the competitor, the Ethereum killer. What's the even layer 2? They're like, all right, well, layer 2, Matic may be better than. So of course, this is natural in competition, and it's good to see other protocols getting raising funds. But you know what you're getting into. This is a POS chain. It is controlled by the people who invent. This is a company that has crypto attached to it. So don't think it's some revolution, but at the same time, don't think that they can't succeed as well, simply because Near Protocol is a competitor.
Just really quick, and I know you kind of identified it as being an Ethereum killer, but outside of that, because that's the thing, there's going to be projects popping up everywhere. Like, oh, we're Ethereum competitors. Like, that's going to be their new blockchain stimulus package. So what other, if any, indicators did you see to want to mention Near Protocol in the masterclass? Because to me, like literally 6 months ago, like, people, let's be for real here. And I'm doing this because we don't call it out enough. So let's fucking call it out. Masterclass was released in July? And this thing literally in January gets $150 million. Like, what were some of the indicators you saw to make you go toward Near Protocol? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh yeah. So when you watch the market, anytime something succeeds, everything that copies it is going to have some sort of push. And we've seen that over and over and over. So the big thing with smart contracts and decentralized app projects, Ethereum, all I said to myself, and I put it in the masterclass, is that anything that competes against Ethereum, smart contract platforms, and NFTs, whatever, they're going to succeed over the next year because people are looking for the next one. Ethereum is sort of getting the Bitcoin syndrome, where it's too high price for some people. They think $3,000-4,000 is too much. So like, why don't I buy Cardano for $1? Why don't I get on Solana when it was $2? They're all looking for the next Ethereum. So here was one of them. And once I read into it, it actually is a pretty good protocol. Once I read into it, I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to get some funding. And of course, here we are. So long term, just look at the sectors. Really look at privacy sector, smart contract sector, exchange coin sector, and everybody that's in competition.
Apparently DAO sector.
And DAOs. Yeah, DAO sector as well. so you could pay for some colonoscopies.
Okay, really quick. Commander Gore said Near is taking too long to get on Coinbase, and 5252crypto.com. Thanks for the tips. At best show, straight G's. Thanks again. Getting close. Looks rare airdrop. 3 days left. $3 a look. 400 looks average. Okay, check that out right there. Michael, what's going on, Michael? Welcome back to the show. What's up, Michael? You got to tell me, did you get it off? Are you saving it? What happened to those crypto dragons? I think I remember you saying you got one.
Yes, I did get one. So that's the reason I decided to jump on today, because it's been a couple of weeks since we last spoke. So I did get my dragon, and I was able to sire that dragon and get another dragon for like, let's say $300 in worth of Ethereum. So right now, the last couple of weeks, because of the market, nothing's really happened. I'm just holding them along with my other NFTs. And then once things kind of turn around, I'll see where we go with that.
I did actually see it launch as well. So I was happy to see it had a successful launch. I did see people playing with the dragons. couple went up, some went down, of course, but it's hard to tell because of the market. So yeah, I definitely want to stay updated with that because again, are you in the community as well? Are you on the Telegram and all that with them?
I have to say no. So I do, but the truth is I don't spend as much time. So I kind of check in and out with a couple of different Discords with a few different NFTs. But right now, with the market being with the way it has, I just haven't put a whole lot of time into it.
That's cool. I will suggest that for any project, especially like when you are looking for just stay on them. Just stay on them. If you ever have time or friends, because that is one of the things I've seen that helps projects move forward is when the Discord and Telegrams, like when the community's active and they're really like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, I ain't done nothing this week. Like, y'all really on top of the devs and the community like that. At the very least, I will say this: communities are very good at rewarding the holders they have. So for the people usually who would buy in ground floor, base layer, and they know they're going to lose a lot of money or whatever, or the floor dropped or the market went down, some of these communities would do everything in their power to at least retry to pump the project to get those original people out. Not saying it's right, but in your specific case, to make sure you get the value back on the purchase, I would say just try to stay involved in the community.
Yeah, I mean, Pavia did that regarding the land that I purchased. They gave, because they're about to launch their Pavia coin, and so they gave me 8,000 Pavia coin, and a lot of NFTs are doing that. They're, for anyone who got involved early, you know, you'll just look in your wallet and you'll see this drop, and you kind of wondering to yourself, where did this come from? And then when you do a little research, you find out it was an airdrop, because a lot of people are getting around these SEC through airdrops anyway.
Yeah. And really quick, are you also a podcaster? We're checking out this background. I need this gremlin for sure, and this green crypto and Batman screen you got going on.
So I actually launched a website, I'd say about 2 weeks ago, to help people who are on the sidelines, because I get questioned all the time. So I basically launched a website to help, and I'm not here to plug it, but since you asked.
No, you can plug it. It's okay. Yeah.
So it's called learncrypto101.info. And the whole idea behind it is people who are on the sidelines but want to get involved. Now, I know you're not a big proponent of Coinbase. I personally like Coinbase because it's an easy interface. And for people just getting started, it's very easy. Now, obviously, once you kind of get your feet wet, you need to move on and you get your own private wallets, et cetera. But at least with Coinbase, also showing people about the security, because I know 2 people that were hacked for over $10,000 because they got their phones hacked. And when they got their phones hacked, it was a case where someone inside the phone company, they got the access to the phone numbers, disconnected their SIM card, et cetera. And basically the person who owned the phone, their phone wasn't working for an hour or so. And that's just enough time for them to steal their coins, because they don't have proper KYC, or proper security protocol set up.
Yeah, 4 people. You're looking at 2 more.
Yeah. Happened with me too. I got SIM swap back in 2017.
17. Yeah. Only difference for us was that we did catch it in time, but the exchange was negligent. This is back in the day when developers was running exchanges, and they were at work. They at work. If they not at work, they not at work. So
yeah, good old shit tricks.
Yeah. So with your website, you're aimed to educate people about some of these things.
Yeah, to educate, really just to get started. Educate them on NFTs, because people ask me all the time, even about NFTs. And like you're saying, there's a ton of NFTs, and just because you buy an NFT, that doesn't mean it's going to go up in value. One of the things that I heard, which is one of the things that I tell people, is look at the community, because the community of that NFT is going to matter if that NFT is going to die or not. So. And as we go forward, I would assume that as we go forward, that these NFTs that you buy, you're going to be able to switch them in and out of different metaverses. That's not the case now, but that was what got me hooked on Pavia, because as I mentioned before, they have portals where they've made that connection between Sandbox and Mana. So if you and Pavia is the cheaper of the three lands. So if you own that land,
might be a call, people. Make sure you pay attention. Pavia, it is. We'll check it out.
Yeah, and if you go to their marketplace, you can get the land pretty cheap. You know, I'll say around $400 US because that's a Cardano base. Pavia is.
Oh man, you just lost me there. You have it's official. Bitcoin Fridays. Hey, ring the bell. We need a soundboard. We just started the show just now. Hey, listen, I thought he almost had me, Zay. I was Googling, I was about to pull it up. I was about to click share screen, and then he said, built on what?
It's built on Cardano. If you ever listen to Alex Becker, he destroys Cardano. He hates Cardano.
We'll make sure we take a look at it. No, you're actually right, though. I mean, if Pavia is built on Cardano, Cardano hasn't done anything yet. If Cardano makes a nice move, as far as development, you know, something like Pavia would definitely follow. Or if Pavia made a move as far as development, like I guess Cardano will follow. But good point, regardless, though. So I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
One last thing I'd like to mention, and maybe you guys can talk about this today or next week or whenever. So I know that Plan B was talking about the numbers for November and December, and obviously we didn't hit them. But the thing that really annoys me, when I first got into crypto early 2017, late 2016, there wasn't the manipulation that there is now. I mean, the manipulation is rampant. And when you see how they have, in my opinion, the reason why Bitcoin is not as high as it should be, because of all these derivative Bitcoins. I mean, this fake crypto out there. And I mean, it has to stop.
I mean, Bitcoin isn't as true price because of the futures, because of Bcash, because of Bitcoin SV, honestly, because of Shibu and like it's plenty of reasons. But yeah, when you look at, I mean, I give you like I just gave you like 4 different indicators right there. Like those 4 things, the money should be in Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin futures, and at least Shiba and Dogecoin. All those monies, all that capital should be in the Bitcoin for people who actually read. Actually, I'm just gonna put a period for people who read.
You just brought up something that just came out yesterday. I don't even know if you saw it yet. So I know that you guys don't like Binance either, and Binance owns CoinMarketCap. So it just came out that they put 3 false contracts, Shiba contracts, out on CoinMarketCap, and so which they should be ashamed of themselves, CoinMarketCap, for allowing this. And now you can see, you know, when you hear people talking about the CEO of Binance, you know, all this money he's gotten and, you know, where is it coming from, et cetera. I mean, there's just a lot of dirty stuff going on out there.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. And that was our whole thing with the CoinMarketCap nomics or CoinGecko. Like they all are like trusted.
They all have it. Yeah.
There's not like, I mean, to keep it real, CoinGecko is like a 24, and no offense, because again, you know, I'm all about young geniuses out here. But I think when they started, I mean, the 2 dudes was like 23, 22, 24 or whatever. Like, you tell me a bunch of money not going to change their life. And then you got Nomics. We already know he was in Hex for the longest, and then he turned on them. And CoinMarketCap, yeah, they got bought out by Binance. So it's literally not one and that's why we say, like, there isn't just one. Like, this whole space of cryptocurrency is about being distributed. It's about being decentralized, and that comes with the research. There's rarely, with the exception of the masterclass, there's rarely one place you can find all that information all at one time. I'm just keeping it real. But no, it's seriously, it's rarely a place, and we always say that, you know, even if you're on, whether you're on Coinbase, Binance, like, you can't have enough exchanges to be on. You can't have enough wallets. You can't have enough exchanges. You can't have enough websites you go to for research. You can't have enough Discord channel. People, I showed in the mass, I still have like 30 Telegram channels. Some are as old from 2017 that I don't do anything in, but every now and then just check and just read, alert, and see what's going on in this part of the space. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's definitely manipulative. It's affecting the price, but hey, this is mainstream adoption.
Hey, as I said, you got to go through the fight. We have to find a frontier.
Hey, but appreciate the call, Michael. Much appreciate again, as always. Can't wait to hear back to let us know about some more of these projects.
Same here. You guys
Yeah.
have a great weekend.
All right, cheers,
Yes, sir.
cheers.
You too.
Hey,
Cheers.
shout out to Michael. And then if anybody else out there has something for us or some smoke, feel free to call in. I'm gonna go through the comments real quick and get on a couple of stories. STL Solo said, you guys stay on top of that Discord. Something bad went down with Solana Galactic Gecko's NFT and the floor plummeted as a result. Yeah. So again, the thing is, if you're on these Discords or Telegrams from some of these channels, there are times again where someone in the Discord Telegram be like, hey, sell ASAP, y'all. And this is like, you got a 13-minute window to sell, but that 13-minute window can save you your entire portfolio. So if you are in some of these things, you know, a lot of these projects are about the community behind it as well. Because I'll tell you now, on the flip side, if some of these projects launch things and they don't think their community is that active, and let's say the founder is actually there because they believe in it and they love it and all this other stuff, but the community only wants it for the money and they're not super active. Some of these developers and founders, they're like, all right, well, I'm done. Like, I didn't come in here for money. Or I didn't come here for this. I came here to build this, and I don't have the reciprocity from the community. They're not involved. So they will leave. Like, we've seen founders leave projects. Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. Jackson Palmer was out of there. He was like,
he was gone. He came back in 2020. Like, all right, we're gonna start doing some more development or something. Like, what? But
get out of here.
Yeah. Let's see what else really quick. Let's see.
Man, shout out to Reggie though. I do have to say that dude I was telling you about that's supposed to come on today. I don't know if he'll show up, but he wanted to argue socialism versus Bitcoin for some reason. I don't know. But shout out to Reggie, because Reggie was the original one talking to him. And I watched as much as I could, but you could see the frustration in Reggie's face because he didn't really know what he was talking about.
What happened? Tell us about this. Is it Twitter beef?
No. This was a live YouTube stream from two gentlemen who I didn't personally know, but Reggie was on there with them. And they just so happened to be my wife's mentors from college. So she was like, yeah, my friend, they're having some debate. You know a guy named Reggie? And I was like, yeah, I know Reggie. I'll tune in. I look. And like 10 minutes in, you could just tell Reggie's face. It was just, they were saying so much wrong stuff in a row. We've been there before, King.
Right.
Somebody says like 6 wrong things in a row. Like, you don't even know where to start. He's like, I can't even answer this. So I wanted him to come on. I told her to tell him to come on today, but I don't know if he's going to come on. That's what smoke I want. I wanted to talk some Bitcoin versus socialism or crypto versus socialism as a whole. See what works better. But I don't know if he's going to join. Who knows?
Right. All right. What's going on, Ryan? Coop D'Ville. Got a couple minutes. How are you doing today? What you got for us? And please feel free to call in with smoke too, people. Ryan, what's going on? What's the word? You gotta unmute yourself. You like coming on like an evil villain, bro. You about to get these jokes and you don't start talking. What's up? Man came on, sorry, just laughing. That's what you got for us.
I'm just laughing at y'all talking about Reggie, man, with their face, man. Y'all making me crack up over here, man.
Oh, yeah. Reggie looks so flustered and frustrated just because, again, you can't really talk Bitcoin with people if they don't even have base knowledge. So they were going on different tangents, and he was trying to talk about, like, financial markets and how to achieve, and everything he was saying we agree with. And I felt bad for him. I had to get off the stream. I couldn't take it because even the comments was like, crypto isn't blockchain. Those are some of the people in the comments. And I'm laughing because I'm like, man, our warriors are super smart. This chat is dumb as hell. What is going on? So
you go to other chats, you really actually see it. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, we might not have, like, for the chat itself, it is actually pretty good numbers wise, but it might not be the largest chats in thousands of people. But I've been to those chats, like literally half of the comments are Shiba, whatever the hot coin is of the day, that's the comments. And it's just like, all right, so y'all know what y'all talking about. Whereas ours, I do see the actual discourse going in, and for like people like, yo, go to page 35. Look at this YouTube. Like, look at people on our chat actually be like, no, here go the resource. I did my homework. You're wrong. So you gotta get out of that. Coop, what's going on, Coop D'Ville? What you got for us today?
I'm just checking in with y'all, man. My business is growing, man. I got a lot of things popping off. I'm just listening. I love y'all, man. Y'all my boys. I've been a warrior how long now? I got a lot of my clients. Got a lot of my clients in the chat. I just love everybody, man. This is good, man.
Nice. What project are you working on right now?
So right now I got an NFT project. I'm getting ready to drop my album really soon. I got all the beats done. I'm gonna do a whole NFT nice thing. I'm working with Alon Gorin on this thing, so it's gonna be really nice, y'all. It's gonna be nice, man.
Alon is everywhere, man.
I was on the phone last night with Mathematics from the Wu-Tang Clan. And he got this NFT project. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We pulling through the funnels, man. Like I'm like learning how to just shut the fuck up and just let the money make the money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There we go.
Hell yeah. Shout out to you, Coop, my man.
All right. All right. Well, hey, appreciate the call, Ryan. Make sure you give us a shout, give us an update on what's going on. I know you out there. Pronounce it for me. I always say it wrong.
Bowie State University.
There we go. Bowie State, baby. There we go. Much appreciated. Coop D'Ville Solutions,
Peace,
folks.
man.
Make sure you check them out. All right. Let's see. Last couple of stories I want to make sure we cover before we get out here. These are kind of batched up together as far as what's been happening in the news. First and foremost, Brazilian mayor, shout out to Alec G for sending this over. Brazilian mayor to reportedly invest 1% of city reserves in Bitcoin. Another city has fallen. Bitcoin's a what's going on here? Look, first of all, hold on. Hand clap to my guy Bitcoin's. I gotta give him his flowers right here. Bitcoin's Day. I'll never forget in 2016, he said everybody's gonna be using Bitcoin when it's all said and done. And this is when I'm first getting into Bitcoin. I'm like, all right, bro, cool. Slow down real quick. Let me figure this. Let me figure out what we're talking about right now. He like, just trust me, it's over. I was like, all right, well, let's do it. And goodness gracious, like the capitulation is crazy. It's the fact that people are still arguing about whether we're going to be having Bitcoin or crypto or digital assets. And as I've been telling people, as you've told many people, like, this isn't a question for you. It isn't a question is if we're going to have it or if you're going to use it or if you're going to buy Bitcoin. That question was decided back in 2009, people. Like, that is no longer a question. It will happen. You can go down kicking and screaming and fighting, or you can walk in. Either way, you're going to be up in here. So again, we're looking at Brazil now, another large city. Rio de Janeiro mayor Eduardo Paes talked about Bitcoin with Miami mayor and Bitcoin bull Francis Suarez at Rio Innovation Week. Bitcoin's that you're super close to this. So what's going on? And this is amazing news.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Mayor Suarez. It's funny they call him Bitcoin bull Francis Suarez at Rio Innovation Week. So yeah, the announced plans for Crypto Rio. They're turning the city into a cryptocurrency hub on Rio Innovation Week. This was Thursday. They announced this. Francis Suarez, who is the mayor of Miami, he started accepting his paychecks in Bitcoin back in November. Again, I started working with the mayor back in October. So these are all steps to where we can get Miami as a full Bitcoin city. We're going to launch Crypto Rio and invest 1% of the treasury in cryptocurrency. The government has a role to play. And I would go so far as to say that they will probably have some form of city coin at some point. The only problem right now is just getting it specified for Rio de Janeiro because they are a pretty big city. So the fact that they're putting this into 1% of the treasury, it's a good first step, but I think they will push it even more. And of course, here it says Brazilian officials like Pedro Paulo, who noted that the administration is considering a 10% discount on property tax in Brazil on payments in Bitcoin. Now, I do want to shout out and give both of us a hand clap because we said this years ago. I think it was 2017, 18, where we said it's going to be so hard for governments to get their hands on Bitcoin because it's in the hands of citizens. The only way to steal from citizens is taxes. And what they're going to have to do is incentivize it, 10%, 20%, 50%. When they get desperate, hey, man, we'll give you 80% off your taxes if you pay us in Bitcoin. That's how desperate I think they'll get over the years. And the fact that they're already proposing this, I'm telling you, it's only going to get bigger and bigger because it's only going to get harder and harder to get Bitcoin. Imagine 2028 trying to get one whole Bitcoin if it's worth $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be next to impossible. Nobody's going to be selling like that. And the people that do use it are going to want discounts. So shout out to Brazil for having the forward thinking of Rio de Janeiro. Shout out to my guy, Mayor Suarez, for doing his thing. Again, we got him running all over the place because, again, every single mayor is trying to learn from him of how he did it. So, again, that's dope to see.
They out here jocking styles already, huh?
Oh yeah. They got a copy. They can't do nothing else. We the originators.
Rick's Shawandi, thank you for the tip. Said thank you. No, thank you. We much appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, this is good news. It's crazy to see it's happening. And the whole tax thing too. And by the way, shout out to you in that interview you did with the Freehold CEO.
Freehold. Oh yeah. Yeah, my man Patrick Stanley.
So shout out to that interview, and also shout out. I want to look at our Twitter so I can actually say his name proper. I don't want to mess it up, but shout out to one of our warriors. I'll give you a shout out Monday if I missed it today. I'm trying to open up the Twitter right now, but shout out to one of our warriors who keeps actually sharing all our posts and stuff. We do see it on Twitter. Thank you. But I actually saw that interview that you did because they shared that post to the KRBE Crypto. So I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay. And I watched that interview the other day. Oh man, I needed to watch it too. It was perfect on time. The guy dropped some gems, whatever. But you both were essentially talking about how using city coins and stacks and everything, that cities would not need to tax citizens any longer. Things can be built into the protocol to where essentially it can pay city, or add to city funds allocation itself. My only pushback was across the board, it's clear we don't have to do taxes anymore. But gang on gang, you think what?
Gang on gang.
Hey, I might not need $20, but I want it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my only fear, and I just say that because of what you just said. Now it's like we're seeing these mechanisms come to fruition. We know it's work. Brazil's working on it. All these people are saying, "Hey, we can make this thing, 10% off this, 5% off this, no taxes." And I agree, it can happen from a technical perspective, but we just got to get these dirty, corrupt people out, because I have never met a gang leader to say he don't want more money.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't never. I'm done. That's it. That's enough for me.
Yeah, I have my fill. They can have the rest of the territory. Haven't met that person yet. All right, last couple of the stories. Again, if you have some last minute smoke, please call in. People, we want you to call in with the smoke. You tweet us, you message us the smoke. You disagree on that, call in with it. Tell us why we're wrong. We can have a healthy debate and show you why you're wrong. All right. No. All right. Last another one. Billionaire investor Bill Miller puts 50% of his net worth into Bitcoin. That's right. Investor Bill Miller is betting big on Bitcoin, allocating 50% of his personal net worth to Bitcoin and related equity. Like, that's what
good job, Billy.
That's
my man, Billy Miller.
Playing games. Investor Bill Miller is bullish on Bitcoin despite the crypto touching his multi-month low below 40,000 in early January 2022. Miller no longer, thank you, I like it. He no longer considers himself just a Bitcoin observer, but he one day did. He was like, guys, I'm just watching right now. I'm learning. He didn't come and say bananas or basket of junk and now 80%. No, he observed, but rather a real Bitcoin bull, as he said in a well-tracked interview last Friday. The billionaire investor now holds 50% of his net worth in Bitcoin and related investments in major industry firms like Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy and Bitcoin mining firm Stronghold Digital Mining. An early Amazon investor, Miller owns almost 100% of the rest of his portfolio in Amazon. So you're talking about a guy who has 50-50 Amazon and crypto, Bitcoin, like tech. His whole portfolio is tech.
That was a trillionaire coming soon.
Shout out to Bill Miller, because again, going back to what Bitcoin is, they said, I believed in it. You all's favorite president, just kidding. Some of you all's favorite president, some of you all's worst president. But Donald Trump also said the same thing that we also said, and people get upset with this. But what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Like if you don't come from a family of money, you're not on any type of trajectory to have real money, and you're still like, what do you have? Please tell me. I've been poor, so tell me, what do you have to lose? And I say that because you have a billionaire coming out with everything to lose and still putting half of his portfolio into Bitcoin. Like, you must be able to outsmart him, right? Like, you must outsmart him as well. Like, you have to be the right person in the room. Like, that's the crazy part about it. So I don't know. My thoughts when I see these type of stories is, look, it's one thing for billionaires to say the 1 or 2% to Ray Dalio. It was even crazier for Mark Cuban to go as far as say 80% of new investments. But Bill Miller's coming out saying, no, 50% of everything I have is in here now. That is crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, people need to realize on the bell curve for Bitcoin adoption, there's the people who are too poor to care. What do you have to lose? And then there's the people who are rich enough that they can lose it if possible. It's the people in the middle that are the problem. When you got a house and you got a mortgage, and you got a boat, car, you got 4 kids, and your wife nagging you. Yeah, and you're deacon at the church, and you got this going on. All these activities, you don't really want to wrap your mind around. Let me switch everything around to a different currency. But when you are poor, like, I mean, I remember how I started out. When you were giving blood to have gas money to go to work, like when you were selling Reggie to your friends and calling it Zaza, when you were super broke back in the day, like having $2 parties and giving away cups, those are the type of people that will buy it as much as possible to try and make money. And then you got Bill Miller on the other hand, who could take a chance, and he has more of a risk than you. If you put half of your savings, nobody cares about your little $5,000 you put into Bitcoin. Well, that's half my money. He put half of $1 billion or $1 billion plus in Bitcoin. That is what you call actual trust and believing in the technology. Because if this is true, if it is actually 50%, I don't want to hear arguments from anybody that's in the middle class, even if they are a little bit successful. People think they're smart, but honestly, this is probably the message I would go by. You probably should have 50% of your savings in Bitcoin, if I had to take a guess.
There it is. I mean, at this point, yeah, folks, like I'm like 98, 99% in the market. 20%.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah. If your savings are anywhere else, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, this is crazy. And yeah, somebody said, let's see. I missed it. STL Solo said Ghost from Power tried to hang it up, but that's about it. I don't know what that was, but I'm assuming it's about me. I missed it, but somebody essentially was saying that they were observer. Okay, Chris said that was me, and I was observing for years, of course. I'm not a billionaire, but hey, I learned the hard way. No, same for us. Again, folks, before we even start, we started this channel in 2017. Zay and I started working together in 2016. We went like a year and a half before we even started the channel, which is why it's always hilarious to us when we see people who are literally like months into crypto. I just saw a chat. Somebody said one of their friend entered crypto like a month or so ago, and they already got like a channel, all this stuff going on. They teach people. It's like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. We actually stayed on the sidelines as observers as well. The reason why we jumped into it was because it was just a need. There literally were simple questions not being answered, and there was nowhere to find it. When we started, there weren't that many YouTubers, but we literally stayed on the sideline and observed for a year and a half straight. For we were like, all right, we can't. It was, bro, we was like, we can't take it. It was like
we can't take it.
There's nobody doing it, and the one or two people doing it don't know what they're talking about. It's time to go. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
All right, there we go. Vision said, please drop some research sites so I can read my way into profit to buy that masterclass. I've been struggling doing this on my own. Actually, a really good site that we partnered with when we launched the masterclass, Crypto Vantage. I still get their newsletter. Shout out to Crypto Vantage. I know they come to the chat every now and then. They're doing a really good job. And if you remember, they called Cardano before it pumped. And I've been reading their newsletters. They are staying on top of things. I know they watch us and stuff too. So you might see some of the same topics we talk about and written in more detail and in depth on there. So if you're looking for something that I would check it out. But yeah, shout out to Crypto Vantage. I mean, that's why we like win-win-wins. Like that was a good partnership. They had provided free resources. Of course, we were getting paid by them at the time, but we no longer do. And I still shout them out because they have been doing a good job. So that's a good free resource I would check out to learn a little bit more. Real talk, thank you for the tip. Where Ethereum's 2.0 launch make the layer 2s on Ethereum obsolete. Also with Ethereum 2.0, will it be compatible with Moonbeam or Polkadot, which Moonbeam's designed to do? Thanks. So yeah, well, Ethereum's 2.0 launch make layer 2s on Ethereum obsolete. If it launches successfully, possibly, but the chances of it launching with no issues, I think are kind of low. And not only that, depending on what they do to make layer 2s obsolete, like layer 2s could also adopt whatever technology they have to make themselves even faster. Like the bottom line is, if Ethereum really can't become like aggressively more efficient, then they're going to have problems. And I think they might have problems. Vitalik already came out talking about, you know, they essentially need to redo EIP 1559. Like essentially they're going to redo it. So yeah. I think that they're not going to be prepped for a great launch and it won't make them obsolete. But if it is a good launch, possibly, I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, that's the thing I was saying. You got to wait and see with these projects, man, because that launch could go terribly and then boom, open the door for a bunch of layer 2, or it could go well. And then you open up a whole nother industry of layer 2s on top of Ethereum 2.0 that could be even faster. So it remains to be seen, but it has to work. The tech has to work. And that's one thing we wait for.
And the second part was, will it be compatible with Moonbeam on Polkadot, Ethereum 2.0? Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely couldn't answer that until I actually see it. Like, we won't be able to know that until we see it.
No clue. Yeah. Might be a bridge that's built, but no clue right now.
When it's all said and done, there will be very few projects without bridges, people. And from a technical perspective, I mean, again, you don't know how lucky we are, people. In 2016, there weren't cross-atomic swaps. You know those when your Ledger wallet or your Edge wallet or whatever wallet you have, when you're literally just taking, oh, I want my Ethereum to become Cardano. I want my Cardano to become, Solana. I want to swap my Solana back to Ethereum or to Bitcoin or whatever. Like this was not possible in 2016, people. Like literally, it wasn't a thing. Then in 2017, at the beginning, they call it cross-atomic swaps happened where you can swap crypto and wallet. And that's when exchanges really became a thing in the past for people who were in the know. It's like, well, you don't even need exchanges anymore. At first, you had to use exchanges to make those swaps or peer-to-peer. So I say that because this is like at the speed at which things are improving and stuff, like just seeing how those swaps work with each crypto. And we're already seeing like, what's the one that's trying to do all the bridges, the cross-chain bridges, the popular one?
AVAX.
Well, AVAX too is it's an older one. Chainlink. Oracles. Yeah. They're doing Oracles. Excuse me. Oracles, chain link bridges like that. Yes, and because I'm saying yes because we've already seen it happen with each cryptocurrency for atomic swaps. So I know it's just a technical thing. It's literally just, okay, how do we technically figure out how to code this to match and to sync together or find a bridge? I think they'll find it across the entire industry. There will be very few places where you can't bridge or link or sync or tunnel, wherever the hell you want to call it. All right, let's see. Other than that last story, but certainly not least, university accepts Bitcoin donations to fund crypto-related activities. What? And none other than the city I used to call home, the SDSU, San Diego State University. Why did I say duh? Or unless I'm reading this wrong. The SDSU announced that it's accepting donations in cryptocurrency to fund activities that promote crypto adoption within the university. Bitcoin, Zay, what's going on with this story?
Oh man, yeah. So it's happening. Universities are starting to accept cryptocurrencies, much like that's San Diego State. The Campanile Foundation is accepting its first crypto donation. And now the university announced that they will be welcoming currency donations in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So TCF Chief Financial Officer David Furriman said that 1% of the total crypto holdings will be withdrawn quarterly to fund campus activities that aim to discover how the university could interact with crypto, such as working on a system that permits broader digital transactions within the university. Now, I want to stop for a second and just ask everybody watching, who have you heard talk about universities accepting Bitcoin donations? Jesus Christ, like we've been talking about this for 3-4 years. I talked to NC State and Carolina back in like 2013, 14. The only people that were listening was Duke, and that's a private institution. And that's where the guy from Coinbase came from. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, he did come from
that's
Duke.
what I'm saying. So I was telling the university this a long time ago. I was like, if you all accept Bitcoin just for donations, or if you all put it in your treasury with your endowment fund, all that stuff started before they all started doing it later. But now I think they're going to start doing it this way, where they have an auxiliary of the campus. They accept donations in crypto, and then they use that to fund campus activities. You basically have alumni. When they give, you can have anonymous alumni give donations, and then have it proliferate during the year. And it's not something that sits there, long term. So good to see there. The funds, the rest of the funds will be converted into Bitcoin. It will not be liquidated immediately, with the hopes that the price will go up in the future and help with more programs. So they're going to sell some of it, help immediately, keep the rest, save long term. That's a good strategy to have if you have an active donation way for Bitcoin. So shout out to San Diego State. I'm sure this will be at every university right now. I'm working with Florida Memorial to do that now. So, I mean, it's going to be at every school at some point.
Some back and forth going. They said that, Michael Kinney, shout out Michael Kinney. Of course, he won some money from the Crypto Vantage giveaway. See, that was a win-win-win right there. That's how I like doing business. Literally, client won, we won, and you all won. That was a great win. That's when Dove said they made a Zay clone from all that blood he donated. There's some back and forth going on. They said they don't think the world is ready for Zay clones yet in strip clubs. The strip clubs had to upgrade and expand for Zay clones.
Oh, yeah.
Hell no, we don't need no more Zay clones. Like, no, one person get on all the new ideas is enough. All right. Let's see. Kadeem K said, bro, I remember in college, me and my boys had to chip in for a pasta dinner. Like, I had the noodles, so-and-so had the sauce, and we called a homegirl to bring the garlic from her freezer.
Oh, yeah. Been there before, bro.
I think Zay not so tight, people. Look.
Yeah, we've been there before. We've been broke, bro. You sharing cookout trays. Hey, bro, we've been super broke. Hey, remember we used to go to the club at 11:57 because the direct deposit hit it at midnight? You walked in that bitch with no money. So as soon as midnight hit, oh yeah, $600. We partying, baby. Tonight, baby. We in here. Bring the bottles, baby. Not too many. Just one.
Poor money management in the fullest, right there.
Oh, bro, tell me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We remember college was fun, but yeah, we was broke as shit.
For real. Oh my God, that was some real life broke right there. It's crazy. So it's kind of like I'm in LA and I'm seeing like younger people. I'm like, bro, you know how like you out here living it up at 20? Like what?
Yeah. I feel bad for young people because Instagram made them feel like they need to be rich young. At least we had the advantage. People didn't care that you were broke under 22. They were just like, oh yeah, you just started out. But these kids now, they got to have a Miri and Louis Vuitton at 17. I feel bad. I'm like, dang, I was wearing flip-flops with shorts. So I was like 23. I didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know. The younger generation, they think everybody got millions and stacks and shit.
I moved to San Diego at 24 and went to a pool party. Tell me why my friends are crying at me, bro. I was wearing some jeans shorts past my knees. I'm from the South. I'm thinking, hey, you know what's up? Hey, beater on, shirt around,
hey, get this Bama out of here. They was like, get this Bama out. Who?
Bro, they was like, bro.
Who invited the gardener? It was like
They was like, you don't got no board shorts? I was like, board shorts? What the fuck is that?
Board shorts.
Yeah, so but for sure. All right. I think that's it. It looks like nobody's calling in with smoke. Hey, listen, we understand people. I wouldn't want to call in either. Why? Because we actually read and do our research every day. So we're with you, but of course, feel free to call in. You got any last announcements, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh yeah, Monday, Martin Luther King Day celebration. The biggest parade in America is in Miami. I will be there. I have a booth. We'll be selling books, and we are introducing the Miami Bitcoin Academy. This is the first time people will ever see it as far as the sign or whatnot. So all of that will be getting kicked off Monday. So if you're in town for the North American Bitcoin Conference, I'll be here. And I'll be speaking somewhere Wednesday. I don't know exactly where. They got to send me the stuff. But if you're here, hit me up on Twitter. We may be able to link up. Probably not, because I already got like 10 people that hit me. I can't see everybody, but I may be at a central location, so holla at me. And maybe filming some too.
When is this? When you doing all this?
It's Monday through Wednesday. Yeah, Martin Luther King Day, and then the conference.
I keep saying I'm gonna leave. I'm looking at my schedule and leave, man.
But Miami Blockchain Week is like through like the 26th or something like that. Like, so yeah, if you want to come.
Okay.
Oh yes, it's like the rest of the month. Yeah, so we got
one more caller. Somebody might have some quick smoke. We do this last one. We'll see what's up. Yeah, it might be some real smoke because there's no picture. Whenever ain't no picture, it's smoke. Okay, we got a picture. There we go. No, this is SDizzle. What's going on?
Hey, what up, bro?
This his audio has to connect.
That's
for a second.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crazy Eyes Crypto Crew. B said Doge will not go anywhere. Limited supply, poor utility compared to Shiba Inu. Read the red. She read the inverter. You understand? SDizzle, what's going on?
What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all living? Y'all doing
Good. What you got for us, real quick?
What you got for us, bro? Yep.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you now. But
oh man, what's going on with y'all, brothers? How y'all living, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Good, man. Doing all right,
I'm
bro.
doing good. I'm alive and well. You know, I ain't got no smoke for the big bitty baby. I just called in to say what's good. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Y'all come in putting in this work, man.
Hey, we appreciate you. Really quick before you get off, though, lead the Warriors with something. What type of gem are you going to drop? What you've been looking into? Let us know.
I've been looking into a lot of Cardano metaverse plays right now, like Pavia, Ada Realm, and Cardano Multiverse. So
let me ask you this. You believe in the projects, at least for the short-term value, you believe in these projects regardless of what's going on with Cardano?
It's looking promising. Some of the projects, some of the teams are docs, so that's kind of helpful. Some of them aren't, which is a little scary, but I look at it like an early sandbox or an early mana. It's an opportunity to get in there early, buy you some cheap land right now and hold on to it. And you know what I'm saying? If it get popular and it does explode, if Charles White Jesus come through with his promise, we could all be eating, baby.
I've never.
Oh yeah,
Charles.
Y'all waiting on White Jesus Hoskinson, man.
Hey, we gonna be seeing sipping that Kool-Aid. Wait till he appear. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was gonna say, we still waiting for Jesus to come back, so you might be waiting for Charles for a long time.
It was an amazing show as always. If you haven't already, make sure you check out that masterclass, folks. Again, we can't talk enough about it. And I mean, every time we think it's about to die down, again, that near protocol we discuss in full, and here it is, getting the funding. So, as always, check out that masterclass. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir.
As Dizzle, you got anything you want to leave people with?
Oh man, not much. Y'all keep on getting your sats up, baby. It don't matter the price of biddy. One biddy is one biddy. God damn it! Don't forget it.
My man, cheers, brother.
Smash it, like and share.